Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. Today is Wednesday, March 15th, and I'm actually reading the very next point from what I read yesterday in The Forge. This is point 835, and St. Josemaria Escriva writes, "Be a Eucharistic soul. If the center around which your thoughts and hopes turn is the tabernacle, then, my child, how abundant the fruits of your sanctity and apostolate will be." The tabernacle is obviously the place where we reserve the Eucharist when it's not being distributed in Holy Communion or adored in the monstrance during Eucharistic adoration. And so the tabernacle has a lock, and we keep that key in a secret place. For us as priests, we can usually find it in a given sacristy. We kind of know which doors or which drawers to maybe look through if we're visiting another parish. So what St. Josemaria talks about is the apostolate, and that's a common term, especially within Opus Dei, but also in the church in general. An apostolate is something that we put ourselves to in terms of ministry. So for a given religious order, they have a charism, whether it's that of teaching or contemplative prayer, such as a Carmelite, or serving in the capacity of the sick. And so an apostolate is what we put our energy towards. So for us as diocesan or parish priests, the service of the people of God entrusted to our care. And for each of you as lay faithful, you have different apostolates that you participate in, whether it's the Knights of Columbus for men, or the Catholic Order of Foresters in other places, Catholic Daughters, trying to think of others, and just really, Bible studies, things that encourage and help you. And so an apostolate is meant to provide formation for you, but then to allow that formation to be used in the public sphere. So it's basically what St. Josemaria is writing or describing in this point, is that if our work doesn't originate from prayer or from time spent in front of Jesus in the Eucharist, we really need to re-examine that. So I'll read that point once more, and hopefully that sinks in. Maybe a way to describe this in my life and in Deacon Dan's life is that what we end up preaching on is the fruit of our prayer. So the time that we spend reflecting upon the given scripture passages, but also taking it to prayer, bringing it in front of Jesus in the tabernacle. And so that's a continual kind of a rotation throughout my week. Usually by Monday or Tuesday, I try and read the scripture passages to kind of get my bearings. And then, in those Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I am rereading them, but also reading other resources, whether it's the Magnificat, the Word Among Us, other resources that I use personally. And those are great helps. But eventually, when I stand up in front of you on Saturday and Sunday, I have taken this to prayer, and it's what I'm offering is the fruit of my prayer. So I'll read this point one more time, and we'll say goodbye for now. St. Josemaria writes, "Be a Eucharistic soul. If the center around which your thoughts and hopes turn is the tabernacle, then, my child, how abundant the fruits of your sanctity and apostolate will be." God bless. See you tomorrow.